My whole family is asleep, by the way, so if I'm sending like a female Batman, that's why. Just to let you know. The world is ending, but I'm here to talk about concert photography. First thing is definitely to try and build up your portfolio. Go to some local shows, make friends with some bands. It's a little bit easier for me because my boyfriend's in a band. But you want to have photos in your portfolio that you can send to bands that are a little bit bigger, so then you can keep building your portfolio. Once you have your portfolio, I would really recommend just going on Facebook and going to the band's page and then going to the About section and then finding their press contact, because that's who you're going to want to email in order to get your photo pass for the show. Once you send out that email, just pretend like you didn't send it, because most people aren't going to respond. It sucks, but it's just part of starting out, I guess. And I think I sent out about 20 emails to like 20 different bands before I got a response. But that's just kind of how it is before you have like a good portfolio, I'd say. Unless you know someone, maybe someone who like works at a venue or a tour manager or something, then try contacting them, because it's a good chance that they'll be able to get a pass for you that way too. Also, if you have a portfolio of like portrait work, it doesn't necessarily have to be just concert photography. If you aren't able to shoot any shows or anything, when I first sent out my first emails, I sent them my website, just with like pretty basic website, just with my portfolio stuff, and I still got responses from that just because they liked my work, and I was just like, hey, I'm building up my portfolio, can I have a pass? I'll put in exactly what I wrote here and send it a lot more professional, but yeah, you can feel free to copy that like word for word, because I don't know, that's kind of what I do when I'm sending professional emails. Something people don't talk about very often is the different venues, and certain venues will have photo pits and other venues will just be general admission all the way up to the stage. And it's actually easier to get into those shows that don't have a photo pit because they tend to be smaller venues. However, shooting them is kind of a pain because you don't have the ability to move around and really get nice shots, and sometimes you'll be in the way of the crowd and it's like awkward. So I would recommend, when you're first starting out, if you're nervous, to try and find a venue that has a photo pit for sure, so that you have the space you need and you can just like chill out for a second and you can move back and forth and get all the shots you want. Yeah, I would highly recommend that, because it'll also allow you, like having that pit will allow you to get better shots, in my opinion, and that will be a way to build up your portfolio with images that you really love. I've shot shows without a photo pit, and so far the experiences haven't been great, so I'm shooting well, we'll see because of everything going on if the show happens, but I'm supposed to be shooting a show that doesn't have a photo pit, but it's an artist I really love, so I think it'll be worth it. We'll see. I'll let you know how it goes. It's on my Instagram or something. Something else I would recommend is taking video too. When I first started out, I was very focused on just photos, but as I've gotten more comfortable shooting shows, I started taking video too. It's really fun to turn it into like a little show recap. But there, especially if you like really love the band, it's really fun to, or artist, it's really fun to take like your favorite song of theirs. It doesn't necessarily have to be their most popular one, and edit it together. I mean, I started out as a video editor, so like that's my favorite thing to do. Well, one of my favorite things to do. So I would recommend doing that because that's a lot of fun. Another thing that people don't really talk about is shooting more local bands can really lead to paid work as well. Like I've shot more local shows, and then those bands, if they like your portrait work or they really like the photos you did at their show, then they might hire you to take more photos for them. And I've also started working for magazines by doing this. I think shooting artists is a really good way to kind of promote yourself and get your name out there more, because you have an artist's name attached to your work. And also like fan accounts will post your stuff and get it out there more. So I would recommend it if you really just want to get like photography out there more as well. It's a ton of fun, obviously, but yeah, that's another plus. Now I have a couple questions from Instagram that people sent over, so I'm gonna answer some of those. I've got to find them in my photos, so one second. Okay, one of the questions I got was, how do you get a press pass? I feel like I kind of went over that, but you basically just send out emails to the band's or artist's press contact, and you just send over your website. Just like if you don't have a website, definitely make one. It makes you look like a lot more legit, and it's just a lot more professional in general. And so you send your website over with your portfolio, whatever work you do have. If you're just getting started with photography in general, just take some of your friends, go out and shoot cool photos and take your favorite ones and put them on your website, and yeah, just go for it that way. And then this isn't really a question, but someone said marketing and getting shoots. So far, just posting stuff on Instagram is how I've been like booking things. That and just like people I know. I went to film school, and my film school recommends my photography work to people, which is really great. Yeah, just like getting to know people who are in this field and building relationships with people is how I've gotten jobs so far. I don't book a ton of work right now. I'm still building everything up for sure. I do have a wedding coming up in July, and I think I'm gonna make a video about that as well, because it'll be my first solo wedding that I'm shooting, and I'm really, really excited for it, but I am a little bit nervous. And I think it'd be helpful for other people who also want to get into wedding photography to like see how the first time goes, because it's a little nerve-wracking. Someone said, no questions, just smile and be happy. Okay. I think that's literally a solid 2 questions. 2 million questions. I have a ton of notes here, so I think I'm going to make a part 2, but I think that'll be all for now. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to send me them on Instagram or comment there. See how that went. Oh my god.